I moved to the Sandstone house in the rainforest in 2020. For me, it was all about the energy. This land had a vibration which sang to me, and I knew that I had to live here. I live in Queensland in Australia on the Sunshine Coast. My home is on a mountain and I am surrounded by natural rainforest. 400 meters away is a beautiful waterfall called Serenity Falls. Magic happens here. The climate is hot and humid, so the pool gets a good workout by everyone, including the water dragons that live here. Since moving here, as you know, the world has gone a little crazy, yet this little piece of armor, Earth, has cocooned me and kept me safe. As I tend to her, she tends to me. My house was built by an angel. Well, he was a Spanish stonemason called Angel. He cut every piece of stone by hand. Angel had a passionate affair with our neighbour, so I like to imagine him as a romantic Spaniard who loved his craft and his women and lived a wild, rambunctious life here, working in the middle of the rainforest. And maybe just a little of that energy has stayed behind here. It's been fun getting to know all the inhabitants with which I share this space with. And as I let them do their thing, they gladly let me do mine. I believe my role is one of stewardship. I get the amazing job of caring for this little piece of dirt while I live here, and in order to do my job properly, I need to be in harmony and really listen to her. As I don't have a lot of grassy areas, I had to get creative about where I could plant veggies. We had this spot up the back which had an old pergola on it. Luckily, it also had the most amount of sunlight. So my husband built a greenhouse and we erected some raised garden beds, and so now I get to grow some beautiful organic food. It's a lot of trial and error, and I'm still learning, but there's something really cool about going out into your garden and grabbing your veggies for the night's dinner. I think that no matter where you live, if growing your own herbs or veggies is something you would like to do, then don't let obstacles like no backyard stop you. There's always a workaround these days, especially with vertical garden or container gardening or just a herb box at your window. I've always been sensitive to energy. Even as a kid, I could sense what people were feeling, but never understood what it was. In 2012, I got adrenal fatigue and burnout, and throughout my healing journey, I discovered how everything is just energy. And when you learn how energy works, you can change your life. I wrote about it in my book, The Pace of Grace. And now I live my life around vibration and frequency. From the food I eat to how I decorate my home, everything I do is about energy. Tesla said, when you understand frequency and vibration, you have the keys to transform your world. And he was right. I work from home as an energy intuitive, an artist, and an author. My studio is the Magic Cottage, which is located up the back in the trees. During lockdown, I picked up a paintbrush and I haven't stopped. I'd never painted before, and now the world of mixed media consumes me. I can't stop learning and saving up for new paints, which is now actually a bit of an obsession. Art to me is a way of going into the now moment. I don't have to worry about anything other than what's in front of me. I think we need to find the outlet that takes us to that place, whatever that may be for you. Being in the now moment and in your heart will totally shift your vibration and raise your frequency. My magic cottage is where I get to use my energy medicine and my shamanic practices as well. The shamans knew about frequency and energy long before Tesla and Einstein came along. By connecting to the old world, I believe we can bring in a beautiful new world, one which no one has ever seen before, but many of us can imagine. It's why we are here, to help bring in this new earth and a new human, one that shamans called Homoluminous. So that is why I started this channel, because if enough of us raise our frequency, then the old world will fall away a lot faster and our transition will be a lot smoother. We don't have to suffer. We don't have to rely on governments, the medical system, big pharma, or mainstream media. We can live a beautiful life when we understand how to change our energy. One where you get to choose how you live your life on your terms, where you are in charge of your family's health and wellness, and where you have the freedom to live your passion.